What are the top three strategies I would employ if I was looking for my first or second board seat? Number one, you've got to get absolute clarity on your value proposition. Where do you add the most value? Where could you make a solid contribution in a boardroom setting? You have to get that crystal clear, because without it, your board search strategy is going to be flawed from the get go. So it's really crucial you do understand where you add the most value. Where would it be appropriate? You've got to identify those correct first stepping stone board seats. So that's absolutely crucial to get that right. Second thing is you've got to really put in place the right personal branding. The branding gets you in the door for the conversation. So you must have at a minimum a board resume tailored to your unique experience. And obviously in the early days, you might not have, a lot of board roles to showcase on that resume. So in some respects, it's an executive resume, but we need to draw out the crucial information that's relevant to the board of directors. So the emphasis would be on business strategy, risk management, your unique value proposition to the board of directors. And you would be highlighting where you've served on steering committees, where you've reported to the board of directors, where you've influenced board director decision making, where you've been able to prepare, for example, board papers. All of that would then be showcased because that is relevant to your board career and securing those appointments. So at a minimum, you're going to need a board resume, board cover letter, most likely a refreshed LinkedIn profile that now indicates your willingness to serve on the board and the types of boards you're looking for. And of course, you would also consider having some form of a web domain, a web page to showcase your abilities. And then the third thing that's absolutely crucial is the networking and the thought leadership strategy, and they go hand in hand, in my opinion. You have to really be methodical about connecting to the right people at the right time and being introduced and being, really thoughtfully introduced, not just a connection that just happens between, two parties, but a connection that happens between two parties who know each other really well. There's a mutual, common relationship between the parties. And so hence the introduction becomes very sophisticated. There's that connection being made. If you understand your value proposition, also you'll be contributing to that connection or introduction rather. You're going to have the key talking points that are going to make the difference to make that connection a success. So, you'll notice I didn't mention anything about applying for roles on job boards. Typically, I avoid that. Certainly in the early days, that's not how these board seats come about. It's typically through the business networks, and so you've really got to work through those three key points to be successful, to secure the first or the second board seat, and identify the correct stepping stone board seats. So the reality check of what would work best at this early stage of your board career and developing your board portfolio.